Murder Girls is created, written, and produced by Eternal Teenager. Content warning: this episode contains a covert entry into a private storage facility and the sustained tension thereof, a vehicle behaving in a manner that will not surprise anyone who has been paying attention, references to murder and an ongoing homicide investigation, discussions of historical institutional misconduct, including infant placement records, private adoption facilitation, and the deliberate concealment of identity across decades. References to the death of a spouse under circumstances that were never adequately investigated and probably should have been. An emotional conversation between two people who are very bad at having emotional conversations and are doing their best. A realization that arrives quietly and then all at once. A phone call that ends before it should. The specific dread of understanding something too late to stop it. Birkenstocks used in a covert operation. And profanity throughout. Listener discretion is advised. At this point, discretion may be somewhat beside the point.
Previously on Murder Girls. Hello?
She's already in danger.
Who is?
Nora Chen. If they get to her first, you lose everything.
If she's running, like actually running, why is she still in the county and not, like, anywhere else on the planet?
Unless there's a reason to stay here. We need to find her. Victor Holt.
Offered Omnia more land for the same price to close the deal.
Land he knew was contaminated.
And Dylan figured it out.
Richard. The meeting. He said the heads convened at Victor's cabin about a week before Dylan's murder.
Dylan was going too far. Cleaning up a dirty deal is one thing. Some things don't get fixed. They get buried. Or they take everything down with them.
You're saying Victor knew what Dylan was digging into?
Yes, of course. He gave him a chance to stop.
What kind of chance?
The kind he didn't take. They're meeting again.
Who?
You know who. Tuesday.
About Dylan?
About everything Dylan touched. And everything that's touched it since.
Right. Crocker told us that someone visited Bella at Pine Ridge under the name Win or Will. So the alias visitor and Victor are almost certainly the same person. The building was purchased in 1972 by a Win Woods LLC. He bought the building under the same name he used to visit Bella Harper.
And he kept it.
He keeps a lot of things.
Whoa, look at this. An envelope with Marion Caldwell written on it in red ink. Mags, look at this note Dylan wrote.
Marion. Dee Dee suggested I bring this to you.
Looks like old hospital records.
Intake form, October 26, 1972.
Foundling. No guardian present. Date of birth unknown. Estimated October 16th.
Intake coordinator, M. Beals.
Mavis Beals, holy shit. The Tuesday meeting. What do we do?
We can't stop it. Not before Tuesday. Not with what we have.
But Marion might find a way if we tell her everything.
The documents, the emails, the land.
The intake records.
She'll know what this means. So we need to move before Tuesday.
If you show your hand too early and they have time to respond, then you've fired your one shot and missed. If you're right about all of this, and I think you are, this doesn't end quietly.
Whoa!
Nora?
Hi.
Are you okay?
No, I am not okay. But I made it here.
Why here?
Because Dylan told me to find you.
What?
When it was safe enough. If it happened. If he couldn't finish it, you would.
Murder Girls. Episode 28. Tinder and Spark.
There's a very specific kind of silence that happens when someone shows up at your door and says, everything has gone to hell. It's not panic, not right away. It's more like your brain buffering. And then eventually, everything loads at once. Hi, welcome, peak entrance, super dramatic. What is happening?
Dylan. He was scared of what he'd gotten close to. But he was proud of it. That sounds insane.
It doesn't actually.
He had a plan. There's a storage space. Secure store location on Industrial Road. I think they know about it.
What's in it?
I don't know exactly. That was the point. No single location had everything. He kept the full picture on him. Always. He kept it in
a satchel.
Yes, how?
Oh, I ran into him the day he died, believe it or not.
And Sheriff Carter said Dylan didn't have anything like that on his person where he died.
That's what this was all for, I guess.
Are you okay?
No. I told you, I'm not okay. I missed my murdered boyfriend's funeral because I was hiding in a storage space on the run from the law and his psychotic family wanted for his murder.
Right, you're right. Sorry.
The storage space. What can you tell us about it, if anything?
They're watching it. I've done 3 passes in the last 2 days. Something's always off about it.
So we can't go in. If they're watching it, they're watching for us specifically.
I definitely can't go in. I'm a heat score right now.
And we're definitely being watched too.
They tried to run us off the road.
What?
Yeah, I mean, they did actually, run us off the road. Nothing almost about it. We're fine, though, probably.
Is there anyone else you trust?
There is, but they're being watched too.
We need someone they wouldn't clock.
Yeah, someone not directly tied to Dylan and not obviously connected to us in this.
Okay, so who's not on anyone's radar?
Oh, wait, what about Kathy?
No, absolutely not.
Hear me out.
I will not hear you out. I'm not sending my aunt into this place on an important mission just to go and Kathy it all up.
She walks into places like she owns them. She talks to people like she's known them for years. And if anyone asks what she's doing there, she will give them a 5-minute explanation that somehow makes them feel like they're the problem.
Well, she certainly is difficult to disengage from.
Exactly.
So, your aunt.
That's right.
Wouldn't that make her...
Suspicious? Yes, but also unavoidable, which is a different kind of cover.
If anyone's watching for us, they're watching for patterns. Direct movement, not Kathy.
No one expects Kathy.
They really don't.
Ugh, fine, we can ask Kathy.
What about me?
We can't have you out there.
I'm aware.
And you can't stay here.
No, if anyone is watching us, this is the first place they check.
How about Marion? Yeah, she's connected, but not visibly. She moves in those spaces without being of them, and she knows how those people think.
She'd agree to that?
For sure. We're gonna need to talk Kathy through it.
Weirdos can run logistics and tech support. They have drones.
Okay, well, this isn't even going to crack the top 500 of our best from the hit plans, but what are you gonna do? We've been following Dylan's murder, but also what he had been investigating. Combined it with our own. We have Daniel Siaya on board as well for the environmental piece.
Daniel? That's good. Very good. I just want to get what Dylan left. Get it into the right hands. That's it. He was trying to do something with it. After that, I'll figure out the rest.
There's a moment right before things really start to move where you can feel it. Like something's lining up. Like all the pieces are finally close enough to touch. You don't know exactly what you have yet. Just that it's enough to hurt someone.
I'm just saying, if we don't control the messaging now, they will absolutely spin this into a revitalization narrative, and suddenly we're all part of a coastal reimagining initiative.
I don't want to be reimagined, Kathy. I want to stay where I am.
I know, Barb. I know.
They said 6 months now, not a year.
Okay, well, that's new information that I don't love.
It's information I don't love either, and I found out at a city council meeting, which is a terrible place to find out things you don't love.
You went to the meeting? I thought we decided the meetings were bad for our stress response.
You decided that. I just went. And I brought Mr. Biscuits.
You brought... Barb, you can't bring Mr. Biscuits to City Hall.
She needed the experience. Very educational. She sat through the whole zoning presentation.
Did she...
She did not enjoy it. Neither did I. But we were both very dignified about it.
Well, you're a better woman than me.
Yes, but that's not new information.
Amy? Are you okay?
What's going on?
Hi, Barb.
And we've brought a guest. Hi. Hello. You look like you've had a day.
I've had a week.
Haven't we all?
Whoa. You all right, miss?
No,
Okay. Mr. Biscuits had a bad week, too. We're not making it a thing. But it's okay to say it. Well, Mr. Biscuits needs her nightly constitutional. And I'll let you get on with whatever this is going to turn out to be.
Bye, Barb. Don't forget, the protest is on Tuesday, not tomorrow. We need your energy there, Barb. Okay? Do not forget.
Kathy, we need a favor.
That sentence has never led to anything small.
We need you to go to a storage facility.
Say more.
Secure Store on Industrial Road. There's a unit there connected to Dylan Holt.
Connected how?
He was storing materials, documents, evidence.
Of?
Everything.
Okay. I'm intrigued, incensed, inspired. Go on.
We think it's being watched.
Of course it is.
We can't go ourselves. Nora definitely can't go, but you're...
Not on their list in the same way. Got it. I'm chaotic neutral.
Yeah, that's based. You are aggressively chaotic neutral.
Okay, so what exactly would I be doing?
We have the code. So you'd just be going in, accessing the unit, retrieving what's inside, leaving.
Okay, so like a little light breaking and entering.
It's not breaking and entering when you have the code. How many times do I have to tell y'all?
Right, so more like assertive accessing.
I can work with that.
It's important.
I believe you. We'll need eyes.
Already ahead of you. Hello, friends.
You're late.
We weren't...
You're always kind of late, guy.
What can I say? That's just the brand, kid.
Whoa, you found Nora Chen. I found them, actually.
Okay, easy. It's not a competition, right?
Hi, Kathy. Hello, Ms. Chen. You look like you haven't slept since September.
Hi. Yes, that is accurate. I haven't had the most restful week.
You guys look okay?
We are okay.
Like, physically okay.
Physically okay, yes.
Because the last time we talked, you had just been run off an actual road by an actual car.
By 2 cars, technically.
There was a decoy situation.
That is somehow worse.
We were worried.
We know. We're sorry we couldn't get here sooner.
We're good. The Yaris is good. Everything's... Oh, Kathy.
You were run off the road?
You know, it's...
By a car?
Technically, it was 2 cars. Yeah. Why did I say that again?
I don't know why you keep saying that.
Amy.
Kathy,
You were run off the road. In your car. And you're telling me this right now? In Walter's trailer?
so, number 1, what's wrong with Walter's trailer?
Actually, funny story, there are currently 4 things wrong with my trailer. Stack ranked in order of severity, they are...
Walter.
Sorry, I'll send you the PowerPoint.
Your father, my little brother, died in a car accident.
I know.
You were in a coma for 2 weeks.
I know, Kathy.
You have a seizure disorder because of that accident.
I know, Kathy. I know all of that.
You're my only family.
Kathy.
Give me a second. You're safe right now, right?
Right now, yes.
And you're going to tell me everything. Later, right?
Later, yeah.
Okay then.
Awkward family discussion. Accomplished.
So, is everyone up for a mission?
Of course.
I have a broken leg, but yes.
Storage unit, Industrial Road. We think it's being watched.
Oh, that's fun. That's not fun. That's very fun.
Secure Store Industrial. Cameras at the front gate, side access on the east wall. There's a blind spot near the loading area. You'll want that one.
I like her.
We all do.
We can put eyes on the perimeter.
Maybe even push out to cover some of the further sight lines.
With the drones?
We admit to nothing.
He has an alarming number of drones.
That feels judgmental.
It's accurate.
Okay, so I go in, I access the unit, I retrieve whatever Dylan left behind, and I leave before anyone decides I'm interesting.
Correct.
Okay, sounds simple enough. You know, it reminds me of my old days with the Lake Austin 7. Yep, activism is something I'm very familiar with.
Okay, Kathy, let's stay focused.
I'll stay here. If anything changes, I'll know.
Okay, Nora, Piper, Walter, Overwatch here. Val and Miles, drone team, you're with us.
How are we getting there?
Kathy, can we take your Subaru?
Of course, sweetie. Let's go get Dylan's secrets.
Sweet.
Kathy's Subaru smells like Palo Santo, something that might be a green tea latte that didn't make it, and leather, even though the seats are cloth. This is the operations vehicle now. We are running a covert extraction from a Subaru Outback with 94,000 miles on it, and a "please be patient, I'm rewriting my nervous system" sticker that is slightly peeling at the corner. It's fine, we're fine.
Okay, everyone sound off.
Present, caffeinated snacks ready, mildly concerned.
Online. Feeds are up.
Almost in position.
30 seconds out.
I'm here. This is Nora, by the way.
Kathy?
I'm literally right next to you, Amy. I'm inside the car. You can just talk.
Copy.
Was that necessary?
Felt right.
It felt like the military-industrial complex.
Building drones are go. We've got the lot. Front gate, loading side.
Perimeter drones are up. Industrial roads south and north covered. Clear line of sight to next major intersections.
Blind spot on the east wall confirmed. Kathy, that's your approach.
Got it. Over.
Do we say that?
Don't worry about it.
Okay, walk me through it one more time.
East wall approach. Blind spot, so take it slow. What's the unit number?
14.
Good. Don't rush the corridor. Don't look at the cameras on your way in, because there's one you can't avoid, and looking at it is worse than just walking past it.
How do you know that?
Experience.
Well, I don't love the implication of that sentence.
You'll be in and out. Get to the unit. Describe what you see. When Nora says the word, you grab it and go.
And if something feels wrong?
You say, "I forgot my phone," and you walk out. Doesn't matter what you found. You walk out.
Got it.
You don't have to do this.
Yes. I do. Okay, I'm going in. Which is something I've said in many different contexts, and it's never not been correct.
Please never tell me which context.
Lakshmi is in flight. Repeat, Lakshmi is in flight.
Hey, come on, man. That wasn't an agreed upon call sign.
You guys have call signs?
Don't worry about it.
Kathy's good.
Yeah, I know.
You doing okay?
Ask me in 20 minutes.
Kathy, you're in the blind spot. Slow your pace. Gate keypad is 12 feet ahead on your left.
Copy that. So far, so good.
You're doing great.
Walter, that's very sweet.
I wasn't finished. You're doing great for someone who has never done this before and is wearing what I can only assume are not stealth-appropriate shoes.
They're Birkenstocks, Walter. They're practically silent.
I tried to make her change them, but it was a deal breaker, so here we are.
You're in. Take corridor B. Second left. Unit 14.
It's very institutional in here. There's a motivational poster. Store more, stress less. Bold claim. Oh, and there's a bear. He looks patriarchal.
Kathy, can we just...
Right. Focusing. Okay, I'm in. Phone flashlight is... Whoa. This is like an apartment in here. Okay. Oh, he was organized.
What do you see?
Okay, so there are boxes. Several boxes. A camping lantern, Coleman, classic. A first aid kit looks fully stocked. There's a... Oh, that's a water filtration system still in the box. There are folders, many folders, some binders. Binders feel like a red flag for me personally, but maybe that's a me thing.
Kathy...
Also a rain jacket. Good brand, actually. Very practical. There's a duffel bag, unzipped, looks empty, or close to it. There are some loose papers, a map, several maps, actually. Oh, these are hand annotated, which is either very smart or very... There's a... Hold on. There's something behind the duffel. Yes. A satchel. Leather. Brown. Brass.
That's it.
I've got it.
Okay, don't open it yet. Let's get you out first.
North cam just dropped.
What?
Feed's gone. Checking.
The bird is still up. Not sure what the issue is. South cam's still up too. We've got partial coverage at any rate.
North cam is back. Interference. Could be nothing. I don't think Avalon Falls storage security have countermeasures.
Kathy, you can start moving back toward the corridor. Same way you came.
On my way. There's so much in here. We're leaving a lot behind.
The satchel is what matters. He built it that way.
Okay. Hey, we've got a vehicle entering the lot. Front gate.
What kind?
Dark sedan, civilian plates. It's just sitting at the gate, not pulling in.
Could be someone checking the wrong address.
Could be.
It's not parking.
Where's Kathy?
Halfway up, corridor B. She's clear of the unit.
Kathy, keep moving. Normal pace.
Moving. Car just pulled forward, past the gate. It's doing a loop.
That's not someone who took a wrong turn.
No, it isn't.
It's been out there a few minutes now.
That's not random.
Kathy, how close are you to the exit?
I can see the door.
Stop, wait there for a second. If you walk out now, you walk into their line of sight.
Okay.
It's pulling to the far end of the lot. Not leaving. Parked in the shadow of the northeast corner.
Watching the exit.
Diversion on deck if needed.
Well, wait, diversion? What diversion?
Don't worry about it.
Kathy, listen to me. There is a figure in a car near the exit. Don't look at it. Don't acknowledge it. You're someone who rented a storage unit. That's all you are. You finished up and now you're going home.
Okay. I don't like this. I'm going anyway.
Good, don't rush, don't look.
You're clear of the facility.
Car is staying put.
You're clear.
Oh boy. That was unpleasant. We were not alone.
You did great, Kathy.
Aw, thank you, sweetheart. But as I mentioned, I am not new to activism.
Val, Miles will meet you at the rendezvous point.
Copy that.
Copy that.
We drove 3 blocks before anyone spoke. No one said it. But we all felt it. That wasn't random.
There's a moment after something works where nobody wants to be the first one to say it worked. Like naming it out loud invites the thing that comes next. We stayed in that moment for a little while. Brought that moment to Walter's trailer, unpacked it, and left it on a table.
That's a satchel, all right.
Yeah.
Huh.
I've carried more alarming things in a tote bag, but usually I know what they are.
Nora looked at it the way you look at something you've been trying to get to for a long time. Not excitement, not even relief, just arrival. This is what Dylan left behind. This is what he built when he realized he might not make it to the end of his own story.
Okay, let's take a look.
We emptied it onto the table like that would make it easier to understand. A photograph, a letter, records that had been cut down to almost nothing, notes written like he was running out of time. It didn't look like an answer. It looked like the part right before one.
The photograph first.
Is that...
Bella Harper.
And Victor Holt.
That's the Aldrich Street apartment.
You know where that was taken? How?
Long story.
This must have been taken in the early 70s, probably 1972.
Bella Harper, young and pregnant, looking at the camera like she's daring it to say something, and Victor Holt next to her, younger by decades but already arranged the same way. Precise, contained, angry, present without being there. Well, that is certainly a lot of new information.
He looks...
ambivalent.
There's a letter with it.
I'll read it. Miss Harper, I am writing to you because no one else will, and because what you are being asked to accept deserves at minimum this courtesy. Victor has told me what has happened. He has told me his version of what will happen. I am his wife. I know the distance between those two things. You will not win this. I say that not to be cruel. I have no interest in cruelty toward you, but because you deserve to understand what you are facing. Victor does not lose things he has decided to keep. He does not lose things he has decided to let go of either. He decides. That is the whole of it. Whatever he has promised you, whatever arrangement he has described, I ask you only to understand that his legacy is not something he will ever allow to be complicated. Not by you, not by the child, not by anyone. Joanna Bergman Holt.
She died in 74.
We found the letter and the photograph locked in a steel box, buried under a ruined cabin in the Holtwood.
So it was you and Dylan that dug that up.
Yes, Bella's cabin. Thomas had told him the cabin had belonged to some hippies that had stirred up trouble in town, and Victor sent some people there to deal with it. Dylan didn't believe him. He had tracked down who it had really belonged to. We checked it out.
She kept the photo and the letter. Anything else?
That was it. She kept everything she wasn't supposed to have.
There's a note. Dylan's handwriting. No real hits yet. Keeps slipping through. Nose system. Moves inside it. Not hiding. Placed.
Not hiding. Placed.
Foster system records. Transfers. A lot of these are redacted. Heavily. But the dates track with 1972. With Tahlequah Regional. With the intake form we found.
M. Beals.
Mavis Beals' signature is on 3 of these. The 4th one is blank where her name should be.
That's the one that matters.
Transfer destination, redacted. Receiving facility, redacted. Guardian assignment.
What is it?
Permanent placement, confirmed. External facilitation, confirmed. There's a stamp. It's mostly illegible, but it looks like it might be a private agency.
Not the state.
Not the state.
So someone made sure this kid ended up somewhere specific?
Not random placement, not the system doing its thing.
Placed.
Dylan was getting close.
He said that. He thought if he kept pulling at it, the destination would eventually surface. But he ran out of time.
I've got Daniel and Lily on standby. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, let's bring them in.
Marguerite, Amy.
Hey, you're all together?
Most of us, yeah.
Nora?
Lily, hi.
Oh, thank God. We heard you were... We didn't know where you...
I know. It's okay. I'm okay.
You had people worried.
I know, Daniel.
Your study on the Fern River watershed monitoring. I cited it 14 times in the council brief. 14.
How's the brief looking?
Like we might actually win something.
The council is behind us. We've got the environmental sampling data, the chain of custody on the contamination evidence, and enough documentation of the land transfers to make a serious legal challenge. What Dylan found in those emails, the override on the Omnia expansion, the acreage Victor added, it fills the gap we've been trying to close for 2 years.
And the facility on Osprey Island. That's the closer. Even now, that gets people in trouble.
How much time do you need?
Not much. A few more days to get the filing prepared and the council formally signed off. We want this to hold when it lands, not fall apart on a procedural technicality.
Whoa, was that cautious optimism?
From my dad? That's basically a parade.
I said we might win something. I didn't say I was celebrating.
The originals are meeting Tuesday. If they're meeting, they're sanctioning something. They don't convene to discuss. They convene to authorize. Whatever they're about to authorize, it's a response. To us. To all of this.
We don't know what they're authorizing.
We know enough. I'm already under threat. I've been under threat for a week. Waiting isn't a neutral position for me. It's just losing in slow motion.
Nora.
I want to go to them directly. With legal backing. Before Tuesday.
No.
No?
Nora, that's...
I know what it looks like. But if we knock them off balance before they can solidify whatever Tuesday is supposed to...
You walk into a room full of people who have already decided you're a problem. With evidence they don't know you have, on a timeline they can see coming. And you hand them time to respond. That's not strategy. That's announcement.
He's not wrong.
All the pieces we've glued together are really fragile right now.
I've been careful. Careful hasn't kept me safe.
It kept you alive.
What if we split the difference? You stay off the board for now. Not permanently, not indefinitely. But we don't walk into Tuesday blind, and we don't hand them a reason to move faster than they already are. We need to get you somewhere proper before anything else happens. Marion would know the right way to handle it, the safest place, and the legal framing if anything escalates.
And in the meantime, Mags and I can go through the rest of what's in these documents. There's more. Dylan was building towards something. If we follow it far enough, maybe we get to the destination he couldn't.
Fine. For now.
We'll keep moving on our end. Filing prep, council sign off. We'll be ready when it's time.
Just keep us posted. And don't do anything without telling us first.
We would never.
Amy.
I mean, the major stuff, yeah. We'll let you know, obviously.
Be careful. All of you.
We'll keep digging on what we've got. Dylan's emails, everything Bella adjacent, the agency stamp if I can sharpen the image, Mavis Beals' full paper trail.
And we'll keep going through what Dylan left. There's more in here.
Hey, everything okay, Chica?
It's nothing. I don't know. Just something doesn't line up yet.
When does it ever?
Yeah.
Ready, Nora?
Yes.
I have one question before we go.
Okay.
What about me? I'm riding so high right now on account of the storage space infiltration. What can I do for our little insurrection?
The protest is on Tuesday, right?
Yeah, at the Holt building.
Perfect. Just keep preparing for it and make sure it distracts the police.
That's true. I can be an activist and a diversion. I'm helping! Hooray!
We filed out of Walter's trailer into the cold night in a loose, slightly exhausted column. The weirdos back to their screens. Us back to the road. I thought about what Joanna Bergman Holt wrote. Victor decides that's the whole of it. She was right, probably. For 50 years, she was right. But she wrote that letter in 1972, and she died 2 years later. Victor's still deciding. So are we.
Marion opens the door before we've knocked a second time. She's still dressed. She takes one look at the three of us and moves aside without a word. Some people need the whole story before they can help. Marion is not those people.
Come sit. I'll put the kettle on.
We were here, literally 3 hours ago. You don't have to.
I know. Have a seat in the den.
Marion comes back with the tea she'd already made, which meant she'd been expecting us. Or expecting something. With Marion, those two things have always felt close to the same. We're back in the living room with the view. It looks exactly the same as it did the other day. Almost.
No way. Is that a Rick and Morty birthday card?
My granddaughter. She insists on choosing them herself.
Once again, she has great taste.
She thinks I should loosen up. All right, tell me what happened. Compressed version is fine.
Storage unit, Avalon Falls Secure Store.
We got in, got what Dylan left.
And you got out.
Mostly cleanly. There was a vehicle in the lot, watching.
And you.
Still being watched. Still a liability for anyone near me. Police. And the other kind.
Yes, unfortunately, you can't go home.
I know.
And you can't move on anything until we understand exactly what leverage you're holding and how it's best deployed. Because right now you have something. And the worst thing you can do with something is spend it before you know what it's worth.
Dylan told me to find Marguerite and Amy, and then come to you if anything went wrong. Said you'd understand.
He was kind to say so, though we never actually met.
Okay, so we recovered documents, a letter, and a photograph.
Walk me through them.
A photograph, Bella Harper and Victor Holt at the Aldrich Street apartment. She's pregnant.
That's significant.
There was a letter with it, from Johanna Bergman Holt.
Johanna?
She wrote it to Bella. Victor and Bella were having an affair, it turns out. The letter is precise. She warns Bella that Victor will protect his legacy above everything else, that whatever he's promised her won't hold.
No, it wouldn't have.
And Dylan's notes? On the Foundling records, he wrote, not hiding, placed.
The records themselves, what did you find?
Intake, transfer, October 1972. Mavis Beale's signature on most of them. One that's blank where her name should be. Destination redacted. A stamp. Private agency, we think. Piper's trying to sharpen the image.
The transfers that went through private facilitation rather than state channels? Those were almost impossible to follow, even then. The state records have gaps, disclosure requirements, appeal mechanisms. Private placement trails are cleaner, more contained. If someone wanted a child to arrive somewhere specific and leave very little trace of the journey, that would be the mechanism.
So someone could have used that system deliberately to place the child where they wanted.
Yes. Private agencies in the early 70s had very limited oversight, especially in rural counties. If someone wanted a child to arrive somewhere specific and leave very little trace of how she got there, that would be the way to do it.
Dylan thought if he focused on the records, the destination would eventually surface.
He was probably right. The question is whether there's anything left to surface. 50 years is a long time, and someone clearly knew how to make a trail go quiet.
What about this meeting on Tuesday? If they're convening, they're authorizing something. They don't meet to discuss, they meet to sanction. And whatever they're sanctioning is a response to all of this. To us being this close.
That's possible.
I want to move before they do. Go to them directly, with legal backing. Knock them off balance before Tuesday gives them a framework.
The instinct isn't wrong. Waiting is not neutral. You're right about that. And there's something to be said for entering a room before the room has decided what to do with you. But the timing matters enormously. If you move too soon before Daniel and the council have their filing ready before you have enough, you hand them a reason to respond and nothing sufficient to hold them.
So we wait.
You wait correctly. There's a difference. You're not cornered yet, Nora. I know it feels that way. But cornered means no options. You have options. They want you reacting. Don't.
We need to keep going through the documents. There's more that we didn't fully get to tonight. Back to loose ends?
Yeah, there's still the question of the placement agency. If Piper can pull the stamp, we might be able to cross-reference it with
the transfer records, yeah.
I can make up the guest room. Nora, you'll stay here tonight. And we'll talk tomorrow properly about what a legal posture looks like if they move against you directly.
Okay. Thank you.
And if there's any direct contact, you tell me first. Not Daniel, not the girls, me.
Understood.
Good. I've been navigating this county's legal landscape for 30 years. If the Holts come for you through that system, I'll know it before it lands. And you two, keep pulling at it. You're close to something.
That's either encouraging or terrifying.
In my experience, those tend to be the same thing at this stage. Just remember, people like Victor Holt only panic when something personal walks into the room.
Yeah, that tracks.
Good night, girls. Be safe.
We got in the car. I looked back once. Through the window of the den, Marion and Nora were already in conversation, heads slightly bent toward each other. Marion's hands folded, Nora's around her mug. It looked like safety. It looked like someone finally in the right hands. I told myself that. I almost believed it. Hey, what were you gonna say, earlier before Nora showed up?
What?
You, started to say something and then Nora happened.
It was nothing. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It wasn't nothing. I just didn't, I didn't know when to say it. Still kind of don't. I was just gonna say that I'm glad you came back. I know we've had the whole thing about it, the whole, all of that, but I don't think I've actually said it without it being about something else.
You're saying it now.
Yeah, I am.
I'm glad I came back too.
6 days.
6 days.
Since Dylan, since you walked into the shop, since all of it. It feels like a year. Oh man, fuck. I feel like I've aged out of my demographic. We ran a covert storage unit operation tonight with my aunt's Subaru and a 40-year-old man's drone fleet.
Piper hacked surveillance footage. Miles and Val scouted from rooftops. And Kathy wore Birkenstocks.
She refused to change them.
She was right, actually. They were nearly silent.
Never tell her that.
Never.
I keep feeling like we're getting close, and I'm not sure we're ready for what close actually means.
Yeah, we are close to solving this.
I know, but it's all been building to something, and what if we miss it? The thing that matters. What if it's right there and we look in the wrong direction at the wrong second and...
Amy.
This one feels different. I know I always say that, but this one does.
We're still here.
Barely.
It counts.
Magnet sisters. Dee Dee said that.
I remember.
One falls.
The other jumps after.
So, that's not a great system when you think about it.
No, it's a terrible system. Look, we're not gonna miss it. Let's go.
Okay. This is what we know. Victor Holt, Bella Harper. A child born in October 1972, handed to a private placement agency, the destination redacted so completely that even Dylan, with access to everything he had access to, couldn't find the end of the trail.
So, it's a woman, 53 or 54, who didn't disappear. Who was placed. Who grew up knowing the system from the inside out, because the system is what shaped her. The stamp on the transfer form. Piper sharpened it. She sent the image while we were driving. Something Bridge Family Services, private intake, Tahlequah County.
Searching, dunno. There's Pine Bridge Family Services, dissolved 1984, originally registered 1969, operated out of...
Out of where?
Cedarbrook, but there are no surviving records. The filing entity was restructured twice. The second restructure was in 1998, and then the entire record cluster gets absorbed into a legal trust in 2003 and sealed under a private custody arrangement.
Legal trust.
Someone with legal literacy tidied this up not once, twice.
Based on what we have here, seems like Dylan stopped researching before he found the destination.
Maybe he gave up? Or, well, wait. Maybe he stopped because he didn't need to keep researching.
He found her.
He wasn't building a file anymore. He was moving toward confirmation.
He had the woman, or thought he did. That's why he stopped.
That's why he was at the docks, to meet her.
Let me check the camera routes near the docks during the murder window.
You seeing anything? I mean, I checked before and there wasn't really anything.
Yeah, not seeing anything, but there's a gap. Here, this corridor, the route between Coastal Drive and the docks avoids every camera. Like, everyone.
That's not an accident.
No.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
I know who killed Dylan Holt! Whoa.
Fuck. That has got to stop happening. It's Nora.
Answer it.
Right. Nora?
Hey,
Where are you?
on the road.
Nora.
We're going to Victor.
What? Don't.
If we wait, they lock it in on Tuesday. Whatever they're planning, I want it in the open before that happens.
You don't do that alone.
I'm not alone. Marion's with me. We make it clear the deal's dead. That this doesn't go away quietly. Text me what you found.
Well, shit.
We're behind. We need to get to the cabin. Now.
It's after the glow now. Since we burnt this place down. There's a payphone ringing somewhere. No one's picking up. The waves still find the shore here. Yeah, that old dance carries on. But I'm just so tired. And you're just so gone. I tell myself it's time to leave this show. Get in the car, take it as far as it'll go. Somewhere new enough to almost forget. This is how it ends. Don't turn around. We already know. We burned it all down. And this is how it ends. Tried to hold it all back with hands cut to the bone. How it happened doesn't matter. I just hate to be alone. And I keep seeing it everywhere. Even when I close my eyes, you said it would all mean something if we made it out alive. But I don't feel any different since we crossed that last red line. Every road leads back to somewhere I was trying to leave behind. This is how it ends. Don't turn around. We already know. We burned it all down. And this is how it ends. outlet mall with the shutters closed, blowing wind, rusted sky, past an abandoned half-pike tagged, skate or die. So strange, this is where I'm from. Guess it had to be from somewhere, just some light with a fondness for one place and one time. It's okay now, I can feel it. Nothing left to hold on to, nothing left to fix. If it's coming, let it take us, it can take us. We were never getting out of there. We were never getting out of this. We were never getting out of this. This is how we were never getting out of this. This is how we were never getting out of this. This is how we were never getting out of this. We were never getting out of this. We were never getting out of this. We were never getting out.
Hello everyone, Mags Park here. Just wanted to let you all know we're getting close.
Close? Close to what?
Close to the part where everything we thought we knew stops making sense.
Dude, weren't we just at that part, like 2 episodes ago or whatever?
Well, yeah, but this time it's just really gonna stop making sense. You'll see.
Unsettling. Not gonna lie, I kinda like it. But also, I am just so tired right now. Oh my lord.
Murder Girls, catch up now.
Yeah, before it just stops making fucking sense altogether. Hey y'all, Avalon Falls has a soundtrack.
Yeah, we just keep finding pieces of it.
You can listen to all the music from the show
on the Music from Murder Girls playlist on Spotify.
Headphones recommended.
Emotional preparedness optional.
Yeah!